Eyewitness News at 11 starts right now.
Here on the big board, we're following what's new and what's breaking tonight, including a plane crash off the Virginia coast. Hi, everyone. I'm Angelica Alvarez. Joel and Heather have the weekend off. Also tonight, fire rips through a Sampson County home, killing 6 people, and new details about a deadly collision involving a train and a car in Morrisville. But we begin with breaking news. The manhunt over for a registered sex offender accused again of molesting a child. The Cumberland County Sheriff's Office says Nathan Cooley turned himself in around 7:45 tonight. Cooley faces charges of first-degree kidnapping and taking indecent liberties with a child. Authorities say Cooley kidnapped and sexually assaulted an 11-year-old girl Tuesday afternoon. Cooley allegedly posed as a police officer, asking the girl for help in finding his dog. He then led her into the woods where he raped her. Officials say Cooley dropped off the victim at the Spring Lake Library afterward. Look for the latest overnight developments on this breaking story tomorrow morning on Eyewitness News. New tonight, a mother and father opening up for the first time about the sudden loss of their little 4-year-old girl. A car hit Jerry quick as she tried to run across Dearborn Street. That was earlier this week. Tonight, family and friends held a vigil to honor her brief but full life. Elena Athens shares the parents' emotional story. New tonight, Morrisville police say a couple from Southern Pines was hit and killed by a train last night. Police now identifying them as 55-year-old Fiona Hudson and her husband, 57-year-old John Hudson. The accident happened around 10 last night at the Morrisville Carpenter Road and Chapel Hill Road railroad crossing. Investigators say the car was pushed almost a mile down the tracks before the train was finally able to stop. The Cumberland County Sheriff's Office says a man is dead following a shooting this morning. Deputies say 31-year-old DeKendrick Graham was standing outside an acquaintance's house that was in the 2400 block of Ireland Drive when he was shot. He had been given a ride to that house after going to Club Zero. Investigators say Graham had gotten into an argument at the club before leaving. An eyewitness described seeing 2 men wearing ski masks rush up and shoot Graham before driving off in a small, dark-colored vehicle. Also new out of Cumberland County, a week-long manhunt for a suspect accused of having sex with a 15-year-old girl is over. U.S. Marshals, along with several other departments, arrested 25-year-old Peter Messick. Authorities say they found Messick at the Starlight Motel in Spring Lake with the teenager. Deputies tell us the victim's 19-year-old sister actually gave birth to Messick's child just 2 weeks ago. He's sitting in a Cumberland County jail cell tonight. New tonight, investigators working to figure out what sparked a fast-moving and deadly house fire where 6 people lost their lives in those flames. The mobile home along Gibbs Road in Sampson County is completely gutted. The intense fire started just after 1 this morning. Tonight, Fayetteville reporter Nicole Carr reports that neighbors sprang into action and tried to save the family. Family and friends said goodbye today to a nurse who was murdered in Cary. Wendy Johnson's funeral was this afternoon at New Hope Baptist Church in Sanford. There was a private burial following the service. Johnson was gunned down in the parking lot of a Cary apartment complex. That was last Friday. Search warrants showed Daniel Remington Jr. was trying to steal her purse and then shot Johnson when she tried to stop him. Well, there's still a lot more that is new tonight, including more airstrikes targeting ISIS militants. What the Pentagon says they've taken out now. Then we'll show you all the cool things happening in downtown Raleigh at the African American Cultural Festival. But first, here's a live look over the Raleigh skyline, ending a steamy Saturday, aren't we, Liz?
ABC 11 Eyewitness News continues.
On this Labor Day weekend, the White House says there is no evidence ISIS is actively plotting an attack on the U.S. On Thursday, President Obama explained it'll take time to pull together a long-term plan to contain ISIS militants. Tonight, the military says fighter jets and drones conducted 5 more airstrikes. They destroyed an armed vehicle, weapons, and significantly damaged an Islamic State building. This brings the total to 115 airstrikes since they began 3 weeks ago. Michael Sam's dream of becoming the first openly gay player on an NFL roster is over, at least for now. The St. Louis Rams cut Sam this afternoon. He could still be picked up by another team or make the Rams practice squad. Earlier this year, the Rams selected Michael Sam in the 7th round of the NFL draft. Well, we're getting a new view of the massive earthquake that shook Northern California's wine country last weekend. This is video that was taken from cameras at the train yard for the Napa Valley wine train. A 6.0 magnitude earthquake was the strongest quake to hit the Bay Area in 25 years. No one died, but it did leave a huge mess, causing parts of buildings in downtown Napa to crumble onto the streets. Well, it's time now for a look at the must-see videos of the night. We start with the farewell to the main attraction at the National Corvette Museum, a giant sinkhole. The museum is planning to fill the 45-foot wide sinkhole that opened up in February and swallowed 8 cars. Despite a spike in visitors, a museum spokeswoman says it would cost $1 million more to preserve the crevice rather than to just fill it. Work is scheduled to start in November. Well, if you're looking for something to do this holiday weekend, you may want to check it all down in downtown Raleigh. All weekend long, you can enjoy the sights and sounds of the African American Cultural Festival. It's an annual Labor Day tradition in its 5th year, full of delicious food, live music, a bunch of dancing, and great vendors. It's 2 days long, so if you missed today, the fun starts all over again tomorrow afternoon at 1. And the best part of it is that it's free. So it's free and fun for the family. Be outside, enjoy the day. Might be hot, but
it may be.
It's a good time.
Stay hydrated, but who doesn't love something that's free?
Right?
I know I'm always taking advantage of free. FRE are my favorite words.
Yes.